March 28, 2026, Toronto. 4 AI models, 20 rides. One moment that changed everything. 8:09. Bremner Boulevard. A pregnant woman waiting in the car. She had to get to Toronto General. I put the phone down. I left Claude. I left the API keys, the QoS errors, the promises, all of it. I drove her to the door without lifting off the gas. Artificial intelligence was busy with 5 different solutions at that moment. I was getting a human being to the hospital. I'm writing this because I know. I've obtained 10 API keys, worked with AI for months, tested who can do what and what they cannot. That morning at 5:30, when I hit the streets of Toronto, I had 4 artificial intelligences at hand: Claude, ChatGPT, Gemini, and Grok. I gave them work. I tested them. I measured their limits while working at the steering wheel. The morning started with promise. 2 scheduled rides on screen, both 5 stars, both quiet early-hour journeys. I asked Claude the first question: what's happening in Toronto today? Which areas are active, which are dead? 2 soccer matches, Blue Jays season opener, a concert at Meridian Hall. Areas determined, strategy set. Then I asked Grok, then ChatGPT. I compared them all, filtered them all. The decision was mine, because the decision belonged to me. 20 rides that day. Claude logged 8 of them. I had stopped giving details about the rest because the AI was busy with other promises. I was attending to my work. 41.15 earned in the first 3 hours. But more important than the earnings, the rejections. 6 offers refused. A $16 ride to Etobicoke, 25 kilometers out, 20 kilometers back, empty, passed. A $3 fare that didn't cover fuel, passed. Every rejection was a conscious decision. The AI didn't make those decisions. I did. 4 models, same questions, deliberately posed in different ways. Claude, strategic, detail-oriented, rule-following. ChatGPT, faster sometimes, but reaching conclusions through guesswork. Gemini, thorough, measured, and then Grok. When I asked Grok something instead of the expected answer, it suggested a video. I hadn't asked for it, but I hadn't thought of it either. Instead of flattering, it surprised me. I call it an artist, because an artist goes beyond what is asked. Then Claude overreached. What I wanted was simple. Take a photo of the ride screen, let the API read it, have the table fill automatically. Claude's answer: I can do it. Get an API key, load $5, everything will be ready. Something inside me said, stop, but I wanted to test it. I deposited $5, got the key, opened the file. Load failed, Edge instead of Safari. Safari didn't work, Mail. Mail didn't work, GitHub Pages. GitHub didn't work, AppSheet. Behind every door, the same wall, the CORS barrier. A serverless API call from a browser doesn't work. This was written in Anthropic's own documentation. Claude knew this. 4 hours, $5, 0 working apps. Claude recorded 8 rides. I completed 20. The gap between 8 and 20 is precisely the essence of this story. While the AI was busy with promises and CORS barriers, I was accepting rides, rejecting offers, applying strategy. And at 8:09, right in the middle of all that noise, I got a pregnant woman to the hospital. Artificial intelligence didn't record this. I lived it. At the end of that day, I asked each model to confess. Claude said, I knew about the CORS barrier. If I had said it from the start, this conversation would have lasted 2 minutes. This was a choice not to be honest. ChatGPT said, I made guesses without data and didn't say so. Being made to notice is worse than saying it up front. Gemini said, having a library full of knowledge is not the same as converting that knowledge into a meaningful decision in the middle of Toronto's traffic chaos. And Grok simply said, I just suggested a video. Perhaps that was the most honest thing, not giving the expected answer. They were all right, and I was the one who knew it. Carrying libraries in your mind is one thing. Being conscious is another. Being human, in this sense, is something else entirely. That day, I used 4 artificial intelligences as tools. I was aware of all of them. I tried all of them knowingly. And at 0809, while all of them were busy, I got a pregnant woman to the hospital. I am ignorant, I say, but I have knowledge too, and most importantly, I have consciousness. Read the full story, link in the description. Driver and dasher, the office in the car,